Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we are going to take a look at a simple multiplex circuit. We're going to use LEDs for our circuit, and we're going to use single pole, single throw switches to make it all work. Alright, I am using Multisim today. This is a free online circuit simulator from National Instruments, multisim.com. I will put a link to it down below so you can check this out, and when we're done, we'll save this circuit so that you can pull it up and play with it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a battery, and we're going to put it there. So 5 volts, that's pretty good. And then we're going to get a resistor to limit the current, because we're dealing with LEDs. So when we do that, we always have to limit the current. Otherwise, the LED will take as much current as it can get until it finally blows up. So 250 ohms is probably pretty good for that. Next, we're going to grab our LEDs. We're going to get 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're just going to start with 4, but you can use as many as you want. The principle is the same. So the next thing we're going to need are our switches. Single pole, single throw. So we'll have one here, and one here. And those switches will control the VCC coming into these columns of LEDs. Alright, 2 more. One here, and one here. And these will control the current heading back to the battery from the anode. Alright, so now we're going to connect up our circuit. We go from the positive of the battery to each switch individually. Make sure they're in parallel. This will not work if it's in series. The whole thing about this revolves around them being in parallel. Okay? Now, from the switch to the LED positive or anode, and remember we have to do this in parallel. So from each one of these, remember that switch has to control both LEDs in our column. So when you do this, just make sure they're in parallel and on the switched side of the switch, if that makes any sense. Alright, so now we've done our VCC. Next up, we need to do our ground. So we go from here to here. And remember, we have to be in parallel. Now we're dealing with rows instead of columns. Same thing here. From the anode of that LED to the switch, from the anode of this LED to the proper side of the switch. And now we need to go from the other side of the switch back to cathode of our battery. And we need to do that on both of our row switches. Okay. I think we got everything just about set up. Now, just to make Multisim happy, we need to put in a ground node. So you can just stick it down here somewhere. That'll work out fine. Then we can click the run button. And we're going to close switch 1 and switch 4. And we get the bottom LED in the left column. Now switch 2 and switch 4 gives us the bottom LED in the right column. Switch 2 and 3 gives us the upper left. And switch 1 and 3 gets us the upper left. I'm sorry, switch 2 and 3 gave us the upper right. Switch 1 and 3 gives us the upper left. Yep. And then we can also turn more on. So let's turn on S1 and S2 along with S3. That gives us our top column, or top row. And if we energize S4, we get them all lit up. Let's bring in a current meter, just so we can see what kind of current we're passing back through our circuit to the battery. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I'm going to put it somewhere else. Hang on. Does it like it here? Nope. One moment. Okay, what I was doing is I was trying to put the arrow point right there on the line. You actually need to put that gray spike on the line, then it'll work. So with every LED on, we're drawing 17 milliamps, which is perfect. That's less than 20 on those LEDs. And now with the circuit completely open, it's just showing us nothing. So that is how you can multiplex LEDs using switches. Now I think what we're going to do next is maybe do this up into a larger matrix, put it on a breadboard or maybe a PCB, and then we can add in the Arduino to control our matrix. If that's something you guys would like to see, let me know and we'll make it happen. Otherwise, that's about all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to all the patrons, and a big thanks to you guys for watching. That's it. I'm out. Peace.